Your departure has blown open the cover of your narcissist. The day you finally walked away, nobody believed you. People looked at him and saw a charming man. They saw someone who always had the right words, the perfect smile, and a great explanation for everything. Whenever you tried to tell people what was happening behind closed doors, they doubted you. Some even told you that you were being too sensitive. For years, you carried the blame. Whenever he insulted you, he said it was your fault. Whenever he embarrassed you, he claimed you deserve it. Whenever he lied, he found a way to make you look guilty instead. Slowly, you began to question yourself. If you started wondering if maybe everyone else was right and you were you were wrong. The hardest part was not the way he treated you. The hardest part was watching other people defend him. His family defended him. His friends defended him. Even some of your own friends defended him. They believed the version of him that he showed to the world, that he showed in the public. And then one day, another argument that left you in tears, you made a decision to pack your things and leave. Not because you stopped loving him, not because you hated him. You left because you could no longer survive in a place where you were constantly made to feel worthless. You walked away, he laughed. He told people you would come back. He said you were weak. He said you could not survive without him. He told everybody that he was the victim and that you had abandoned him for another reason. At first, people believed him. They called you selfish. They called you ungrateful. Some stopped speaking to you completely. The loneliness was painful. There were nights you sat alone, wondering if leaving was a mistake, if leaving you had made a mistake. You missed the life you had thought you had. You missed the dreams you once shared. But when all that pain, you refused to go back. Months passed. Then something unexpected happened. Without you to absorb his anger, people started seeing a different side of him. The same brother who defended him began complaining about how controlling he was. The same friends who always took his side started talking about how selfish he was. The same relative who called you a liar began experiencing the same disrespect you had endured for years. One by one, the mask started splitting. At the first time, people started asking questions. Was she telling the truth all along? The answer was becoming impossible to ignore. Without you there to carry the blame, his behavior became visible. There was nobody left to point fingers at, nobody left to manipulate, nobody left to use as a shield. The person people thought was kind suddenly looked different. The person they thought was generous suddenly looked selfish. The person people thought was innocent suddenly looked exactly like the person you had been describing all these years. One afternoon, an old friend called you. There was a long silence before she spoke. I owe you an apology, she said. You felt your heart racing. For what? For not believing you. Those words hit harder than you expected. Not because you wanted revenge, not because you wanted people to suffer, but because somebody finally understood. Over the next few months, more people reached out, some apologized, some admitted they had judged you unfairly, others confessed that they had ignored the warning signs before it was because it was easier than facing the truth. You listened quietly. The funny thing was that by then you no longer needed their validation. You had spent so much time rebuilding your life that Their opinion no longer controlled your happiness. You had found peace, you had found confidence, you had found yourself again. The greatest victory was not watching his mask fall. The person who once made you feel small no longer had the power over you. And while people were finally discovering who he really was, you were busy becoming the strongest version of yourself. Sometimes the truth does not come out immediately. Sometimes it takes distance. Sometimes it takes time. And sometimes the moment you walk away, it is the moment the world finally starts seeing what you earned all along. Your departure did not destroy you, it revealed the truth about the person you have been describing all this while, and nobody seems to understand, nobody seems to listen. And until you are in the shoes of another person, before you can truly understand what he or she is going through. If this had brought you a great lesson, please do well to subscribe, click on the notification button, like and share, and stay blessed.